Good evening, I'm Jeff Glor. We will get to a string of tornadoes in the southern plains in just a moment, but we begin here tonight with violent street battles that broke out in Venezuela today. Armored military vehicles drove full speed into crowds after the opposition leader, who has U.S. backing, called for a military uprising against the government. Manuel Bojorquez is following this.
This is the moment a military truck rammed into a group of protesters in Caracas. Just one of several violent clashes between security forces and thousands of anti-government protesters. Producer Virginia Lopez-Glass is in the capital for CBS News.
How bloody are these confrontations right now?
Well, we all saw with absolute horror how a military tank drove over a couple of protesters. No deaths have been reported to this moment, but I think, people are bracing for the worst.
The confrontation started after opposition leader Juan Guaidó called for an uprising and announced a final push to oust Nicolás Maduro, getting a jump on May Day protests planned for tomorrow.
El momento es ahora.
The time is now, said Guaidó, who for the first time was flanked by soldiers he claimed had switched sides. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo.
We've provided strong assurances to them. I indicated that again this morning as the president throughout the day.
Control of the military is key, and today Maduro argued crushing the rebellion would prove he's still in command. Critics blame Maduro for plunging the nation into political and economic collapse. Shortages of food, water, and medicine have caused widespread suffering. Tensions here have been boiling over for years, including in 2017, when we saw firsthand use of lethal force against anti-government demonstrators. More than 1 million Venezuelans have fled into neighboring Colombia, including military officials and police, like the officer we met in Colombia earlier this year.
¿Por qué se ha venido? Why are you here?
Porque no estoy de acuerdo con la dictadura, no estoy de acuerdo que saquen los presos para matar al pueblo.
You're not in favor of what you call a dictatorship, una dictadura.
South Florida's large Venezuelan American community is closely watching tonight, including late remarks by Secretary of State Pompeo that Maduro was preparing to leave Venezuela today until the Russians talked him out of it, and a threat tonight by President Trump to put a full embargo on Cuba over its support of Maduro's regime.
Manny, thank you very much. The images of that tank rolling into the crowd are just unbelievable. Manuel Bojorquez with the latest on Venezuela tonight.